Some women were taught to pour from empty cups. And the sad part is that they don't even realize they're doing it. They think it's normal to constantly give, normal to constantly sacrifice, normal to constantly put themselves last, normal to make sure everybody else is okay while they slowly disappear in the background of their own lives. Some women were taught that being a good woman means exhaustion, that being a good woman means self-sacrifice, that being a good woman means everybody eats before she does. Everybody rests before she does. Everybody heals before she does. Everybody gets poured into before she does. And because of that, there are women walking around today completely disconnected from themselves, disconnected from their joy, disconnected from their dreams, disconnected from their desires, disconnected from who they were meant to become. And it's not because they're weak, not because they're incapable, but because nobody ever taught them that they were allowed to matter too. I want you to think about something. How many women do you know who are exhausted? Not physically, internally. Women who are tired in their spirit, tired in their mind, tired in their heart. Women who wake up every day and continue showing up for everybody else while secretly feeling completely depleted inside. A lot of women. Far too many women. And when you really look deeper at it, most of them women were trained that way. Conditioned that way, programmed that way from childhood. Many women were raised being praised for self-sacrifice, praised for putting themselves last, praised for being the helper, the fixer, the caretaker, the peacemaker, the emotional support system, the one who understands everybody, the one who forgives everybody, the one who keeps giving and giving, giving and giving until there is nothing left. And then society looks at her and asks, "Why aren't you happy?" Because she's empty, that's why. You cannot continuously pour from an empty cup and expect to thrive. You cannot continuously abandon yourself and expect to feel fulfilled. You cannot continuously neglect your own needs and expect to feel whole. It doesn't work like that. And for many women, the first time they hear somebody tell them they are allowed to prioritize themselves, it almost feels wrong. It feels uncomfortable. Because they've been so conditioned to believe that choosing themselves is selfish. But let me tell you something. There is nothing selfish about making sure your own cup is full. There is nothing selfish about protecting your peace. There is nothing selfish about taking care of your own mental health. There is nothing selfish about honoring your needs. There is nothing selfish about resting. There is nothing selfish about saying no. And that's where so many women get stuck. You see, they think that boundaries are selfish. They think that rest is selfish. They think that self-care is selfish. They think that saying no is selfish. Meanwhile, everybody around them is benefiting from their exhaustion. Everybody around them is drinking from their cup. And nobody is asking if the cup is empty. That's the part that hurts. Because many women spend years pouring into people who would never pour back into them. Years, decades sometimes, trying to earn love, trying to earn approval, trying to earn belonging, trying to earn acceptance, trying to earn worthiness. When they were already worthy from the beginning, they just forgot. Or maybe nobody ever taught them. And if nobody has told you today, you do not have to earn your right to exist. You do not have to earn your right to rest. You do not have to earn your right to prioritize yourself. And you do not have to earn your right to be happy. You do not have to earn your right to be loved. You are already worthy simply because you exist. And the moment a woman finally realizes that, everything changes because now she begins asking different questions. Instead of asking, what do they need from me? She begins asking, what do I need? Instead of asking, how can I make everybody else comfortable? She begins asking, what would make me happy? Instead of asking, how much more can I give? She begins asking, why am I giving when nobody is pouring into me? And those questions change lives because self-centered women understand something very deeply. You cannot pour into others effectively when you are completely empty yourself. Eventually, resentment appears, exhaustion appears, burnout appears, frustration appears, because your spirit knows something is out of alignment. You see, your spirit knows you've been abandoning yourself. And your spirit is begging you to come back home to yourself, to to prioritize yourself, to finally pour into the woman who has been pouring into everybody else for years.